Okay, Angel, have you started watching Task?
I have not, but I'll get on it.
Okay, this is
I've seen you spreading the gospel.
I am. That's my agenda for this week. Chris, I know you're watching Task. Do you want to tell the listeners why they should?
The first two, I do like it. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, that's my. I've given someone on the Gen V coverage as well the homework to start
the
Task.
mission.
So, yeah, that's like.
Hopefully
that's my
by
agenda.
next recording, I would have caught up. I can bask in Task.
I think you would have actually. Yeah.
How many episodes have we had? 4.
At the time of this episode coming out, it's been 4 episodes. Yeah. So.
Light work.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's really good drama. Okay, but what else, Angel? What else are you watching right now? If you're not watching Task,
I'm actually rewatching House
okay.
because I
What
never
season are
finished
you on?
it, so I want to finish it now. I'm on season 3. I'm on season 3, and
How many seasons are there?
enjoying-
6.
8 actually.
8?
Yeah, I thought it was 5.
Wow.
Yeah, actually 8. And something that I wouldn't recommend to others. Also, I'm about to start the new season of Beauty in Black. Like I said, something I would not recommend to others.
I don't even think I know what that is, which is saying
And
something.
keep it that way.
Is
you
it
know?
Tyler Perry?
Yep, exactly.
Okay,
Mhm.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's why I
I
didn't know. what
also
it is.
avoid him like the plague, but somehow this train wreck made its way to my sites. And thing about a train wreck, you cannot look away. So
You cannot look away. That's true. That's why I try to avoid getting on trains, anyways.
Hey,
Fair. Okay, that's
luck
good.
with
I
that,
mean, there's a
Toronto.
lot of. True. Don't get me started. There's a lot of TV going on right now. TV that I want to watch, but I probably won't get to watch until we've finished with the Slough House and Gen V coverage. Black Rabbit.
Yeah, that
Which
dropped
I've
out of
been-
nowhere, didn't it?
Yeah, I've been looking forward to it since last year, and then all of a sudden it drops, and I'm like, I can't watch it right now because I don't want to. I want to watch it when I am able to watch it. There's the Ethan Hawke, Sterling Harjo show coming out as well. The Lowdown, I think it's called.
I hadn't
where he
even
plays.
heard of that one. Yeah.
Yeah, Sterling
what is
Harjo,
that?
who created Reservation Dogs. I think Ethan Hawke plays like a reporter who gets who stumbles into like above his pay grade kind of issues. So those are shows that I've been looking forward to for a while, and I'm not been looking forward to, just do on my radar. And then they'll just all come out at the wrong time, which is unfortunate. The Morning Show is back, a show that I have not complicated feelings about, but I keep on watching every season.
I've never watched it. No.
Well,
it
don't
was
start.
like
It's fine.
I was
the
about to say,
first
do it.
Apple
You
show,
should watch
yeah.
it. Yeah.
Isn't Marion Cotillard in this series as well?
Yes, she's in this season. Look, the one thing they always do is they always bring in cast members that bring me back in.
Yeah.
I've always
yeah.
they added John Hamm in season 3.
Mm-hmm.
Then this season they added Marion Cotillard and Jeremy Irons and
wow, yeah.
Reggae, not Reggae John Page, sorry, our Green Lantern, our John Stewart, Rebel Ridge,
Aaron Pierre.
Oh yeah.
Aaron Pierre. I can see what my brain said Reggae John Page. I can actually very see it.
Please don't kill me.
Light skin,
Racist.
French names. I can actually see where my brain made that connection. But yeah, so there's a lot of TV going on. It's not just Gen V and Slough House. So obviously, guys, check it out.
There's
Task,
actually so much to watch.
Lowdown,
right
Black
now.
Rabbit, The Savant.
I don't know
is
if
the
any of you are
Jessica Chastain
watching
show.
The Rainmaker.
I am not, but it's one of those shows that if I had less on my schedule, I'll it seems
it's kind of like
tailor-made
Suits,
for me.
it's like not too serious but entertaining,
John Slattery, I think,
Is it based on
Yes.
the film? Is it based on the film that Matt Damon was in?
I
no,
think
it's
so.
based on the Grisham novel. Is that based on the film?
Okay, I thought
Oh,
if
okay,
that
so-
it sounds like, was he a lawyer?
But- Yeah,
Yeah.
I think the film was also based on the book, so it's
Oh,
another
fair. Okay.
it's another
Yeah.
adaptation of the
Adaptation.
same book. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a Grisham novel. One thing I watch is which is surprising that I've never watched The Lincoln Lawyer, because courtroom dramas are my thing. I've never watched House because I somehow just don't watch medical dramas. I don't even know how that happened. I've never watched a medical
Not from
drama.
the pit?
No, look, I said I don't want medical dramas. I'm not going to start with The Pit, which is the most intense one out there. So I think last medical show I ever watched was Doogie Howser. So that's a long time ago.
What is that?
So yeah, but courtroom stuff, I watch even the bad ones. So that's my thing. So
Perry Mason, did you like that one?
I did like Perry Mason. That was a good one. I like Perry Mason. But yeah, so there's lots of TV going on. But for now, we're going to talk about Slough House. You guys ready to talk about Slough House?
Absolutely.
Okay. Okay. Hello and welcome back to the Popcorn for Dinner podcast, where we welcome all misfits, losers and boozers. And welcome to the exquisitely decorated home of Clint Wolf. My name is Bankole and today we'll be getting to the second episode of Slough House Season 5. And joining me once more,
Yeehaw.
you got to thank gravity, because they are my twin sons of Tatooine. It's Angel and Chris. How you guys doing?
Hello, very good.
Hello. Great today. Fantastic. Excited.
Nice. Those are three great feelings to be having.
You know?
I hope it translates into this podcast. Speaking of podcasts, we are currently covering both GMV and Slough Houses. So if you watch both shows, please check them out. Please let us know as well if you watch both shows and you're listening to both podcasts, as I mentioned on the GenV one. I want to see what the Venn diagram is of those of people that watch both shows. But also, I'm trying to stoke some like friendly rivalries between the two panels covering those shows. So let us know.
That's kind
Let
of
us know.
unfair.
Maybe, but like I have this.
But I believe in underdogs, so.
Well, I have the Jackson Lamb method of leadership where I stoke motivation via insult
Via competition
lamb,
and
oh
disdain.
god, that's it. Anyway, we'll get to that. Please make sure to follow us on whatever platform you're listening on. Please, that really helps if you follow us on Spotify or podcasts. I know people say it, but it really does. If you're watching on YouTube, please like and subscribe. If you also want to watch video, but you don't want to watch on YouTube, we put out videos on Spotify as well. So you can do that. Maybe you don't have YouTube Premium and you want to just watch the video on the go. As always, feel free to DM us your thoughts. You can also email us at popcornfordinnerpod@gmail.com. So if you have thoughts about the show, about our coverage, share that. Okay, let's get straight into it, Slough Houses, because I think we're going to have a lot to say this episode. So it's titled Incommunicado. It's once again written by Will Smith and directed by Saul Medstein. So the episode starts off right where we left off in the premiere, with Roddy going home and he finds Jackson already there waiting for him. As is par for the course with the Slough Houses, the moment Shirley takes her eye off Roddy's flat, that's when someone breaks in to kill him. But he's ambushed by Lamb and Roddy's sword, which I love the fact that when he hit him, he clearly made this sound that it wasn't metal. Because we obviously knew it already, but like I like that it shows. I was like, yeah, this is just like a plastic cosplay.
Everything about him is fake.
Whoa. Whoa, that's
Hey, I feel
whoa.
very apt, given what we're talking about.
It's apt. I just love like you just came out guns blazing. That leads to a foot chase and then a street brawl between the assailant and Shirley. I can pause there now. Is there any like you guys have any thoughts on that whole
Very, very
scene,
shocked to
action?
see Lamb in his flat. Actually, didn't think he'd make enough of a move to leave the office. I was shocked to see him there. I'm like, oh, you're working.
Cares. Lamb
I was
cares.
like, you're working? Yeah, but like, usually has his foot soldiers do his foot soldier thing. So for him to actually show up there, it's like,
when he needs to, Series 3 with the House
like,
Home
this
Invasion,
is serious.
he does stuff that,
Exactly.
whenever he's needed to get his hands dirty, he's better at it than almost anyone else.
So
Yes,
true.
yeah. Is Jackson Lamb Kevin McAllister? Because you just reminded me about the season 3 home invasion, and then here he has the bleach. Like, is he just an improv?
He's just ready for
he's
all
just prepared.
situations.
Like he's like actually.
Oh god, he just put it together. I was like, yeah, he is really an improv kind of self-defense person.
Yeah.
He takes Roddy to a restaurant that no one in the park would check to look because Ho can't afford it, and quote unquote Lamb would never go there, which makes me love the implication that like Lamb is secretly rich.
Yeah.
Or at least like civil servant rich.
He's been in the agency for quite some time.
He's been there a long time, and he probably still gets paid for doing.
Literally, and like, what does he spend on? Like,
he doesn't
cigarettes
spend.
and
He doesn't spend his money.
Spends it on whiskey.
Yeah, he doesn't have like a cottage like River's
literally.
grandfather.
He don't even change his clothes really. So like,
he has holes in his socks. Yeah,
like yeah, that's a frugal man, and I don't think intentionally.
Okay, but you guys, I mean, like, let's sorry, we skipped through the whole. I mean, I guess there isn't much to say. Shirley kind of chases him down and attacks the assailant.
I would say, like, that scene encapsulated my slowest horse this episode, actually, because, God, I just feel like Shirley, like Lam said, Shirley's his only good detective right now. Like, he doesn't want her going off anywhere. And it's true. Like, she's actually the only one on game right now to the best of her abilities, which makes me question when she makes decisions like chasing this assailant by herself. Like, what if he stabbed her and just, like...
I mean, so who's your slowest horse? Shirley?
I want to say Shirley, but it's actually River, technically, you know, by association. Exactly. Yeah. Like, it's River by association, because Lam hit the nail on the head when he says he's actually quite useless right now. Like, he's more useless than literally everybody here. So he's I don't want to say zoned out. I don't know what to say.
No, to your point, Shirley only chases him by herself because she has no partner.
Exactly.
And River is in my... I guess we'll just do slowest horse now. River is in my slowest horse because, like, I don't think it really affects this episode. But I did write in my notes that retroactively, he might be my slowest horse from the last episode because we didn't give him enough shit for leaving his partner out in the field alone. Like, we didn't actually think about that. That was actually a terrible thing for him to do.
And he didn't go after her home with her.
After she got, like, literally, he just
went to
he just gave up.
Gym.
Like, literally, like...
Gym or whatever. You know, it's...
Oh my God, that also killed me.
Retroactively, yeah. I mean, I think at first I was a bit disappointed in Shirley that she was able to take this man down. But I guess he was also, like, bigger than her. And
but to your point, he was also injured. Like,
he was injured.
Things were on his side. So I'm just like, babe, like, why are you struggling? Not why are you struggling this hard, but like, literally, why are you struggling this hard? Like,
I was disappointed that she didn't take him down. But
how did he escape still, only to be? But how did he even get there? Like, you should have held him or something. Like, I don't know. But she tried.
But we'll come back to the restaurant because speaking of,
I know
Rivers,
you really liked this episode because of that. They were together a lot.
They were together a lot. But even more so, it gives at least a good sign up for the rest of the season because there isn't, like, I don't see a clear reason why they wouldn't be together.
Yeah.
It's not like
it's not
River's
giving branching off, you know, these guys are working
like
on this.
Is in France or something.
Yeah.
So, I've seen them just as a team for once. You know, I think we get loads of that in the first two episodes. You know, we had a bit in the last episode as well. Because one or other of them is always off doing something. So, like, actually pausing
like, usually just
and
ties
them
up together.
as an office, you know, because you were saying last week about some of the characters have never really interacted before. So kind of having them all have moments where, you know, they bond and argue and things like that is good.
Yeah.
And it's quite nice that River's not the main character for once as well.
Yeah. I didn't, because obviously we mentioned about how River is, like, third most important, or even second in terms of, like, just the cast list, right?
Yeah.
But, like, I remember this episode, I was like, oh, we're like 15 minutes in and we haven't seen River. Like, we're like, it was a while before we saw River.
That whole opening home invasion bit is, like, before the credits, isn't it? It's about 10 minutes. I was trying to track it earlier.
Yeah.
So it's probably one of the longest post-credit sequences pre-credits sequences they've had in the show.
Yeah, and then there's the whole thing about the restaurant even before we go to... Anyway, so, but speaking of River, we do see him at his home gym.
Working out on account of his problems currently.
Yeah, I mean, look, he's just a man. When you're depressed, you go to the gym, unfortunately.
The closest one.
That's what we're taught in men's school. So, I want to do the whole... Obviously, we're going through this episode, like, kind of like beat by beat.
Yeah.
But I want to kind of do the whole JK and River thing now in one go. JK does something which again reflects what I mentioned last week. You just did a hard sign for JK Cole.
No, I did the hard sign for JK and River. Like, I just want to be clear about that pairing. Okay.
Very great pairing.
Yes.
Yeah, I was like, is that your type? Is it JK Cole? Do we need to investigate that?
He will kill me in my sleep.
Probably with his push knife. So yeah, JK does something which again reflects what I mentioned last week, where he directly cites things from the first two seasons. Right. He's talking about River's judgment, and River is like, my judgment isn't impaired, and he mentions, like, the Stansted thing, he mentions the Tiger Team thing, he mentions the thing in season 2 about the Code September. And I was like, oh, again, it's like the show referencing previous seasons in a way that it never really does. Like, and I was like, again, it's Will Smith final season, all of that stuff. But I was like, again, it's also like the show reminded us that River is not that good. River
No, it's
has
like
fucked
everybody's
up.
aware of this. Like, you know who the Slough Houses are. Like, do not forget all this is running. Like Ethan, like he's
He's a
passable
Slough
at
House
best.
for a reason.
Like literally,
Yeah.
he's like I was about to say something, but I'm not going to compare it. But he has a problem finishing. You know, so
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I love how you said you're not going to compare it, and then like
that you know, because I feel like my original comparison is too much of an insult. I can't even say it out loud, so I had to go with that. But that's essentially how I put it. Like he's so good,
but the headline is that you said River has a problem finishing. That's cool. That's,
like he just can't get the job quite done all the time.
He thinks he's amazing, doesn't he? He thinks he's some like super spy, and then he's kind of like ish. You know, he's kind of good, but not quite.
Do we think that, and this goes to what we'll talk about in a second with the whole Lamb thing, do we think maybe this is the first time he's thinking that he's not a super spy, which is what is really fucking him up this season?
Could be, yeah. That he's not spotting things other people are spotting.
Yeah.
Yes, but also like what happened with his dad.
That's exactly what I was going to say. His psyche is rocked. His whole
and
super
all his
spy
brothers
aura.
are better super soldiers than him.
Thank you.
So he's like, oh, actually,
thank you.
I'm not as good as like before.
He's been doing this to like impress
better.
His family, like his grandpa, and now and his dad who doesn't exist, but now he knows his dad is a spy better than him, and his half brothers are all better spies than him. Like they beat him up. So it's kind of like, what have I been doing this whole time? Like, who am I? Like, and then when he compares that to his history at MI5, because I think that's what's been carrying him, is like he's a greater purpose. His legacy. Like he's built for this shit, and it's like, is he really built for this? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I know. I agree. I think
he's a good detective for sure, but like, I feel like he's starting to see like he might just be regular. Like
I think for 4 seasons he's believed that he's better than Slough House. Slough Horses. He's always believed that he's better and he doesn't deserve to be there. And I think season 4 rocked him so hard that he's like, what if I'm not special? What if I'm not like anything? What if I'm just like, actually, this is where I should be?
Because think about it. Everybody else in the house is like, oh, JK, you don't even know his issues, but you know he has issues. Oh, everybody hates him. Lamb, same kind of. Standish, she drinks, but trauma with her past guy. Shirley, she do drugs. Basically had a gambling day. Like everybody had their own issues, and Rivers is just like, I'm too good to be here, but I'm clumsy sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And it's like,
yes, it's like, look around.
Exactly. Like realistically, like if we tack this shit up, like I don't belong here. And it's like seeing that and being around all these people who are being far more competent than him right now. It's kind of like, that would rock me too. Yeah,
I agree. So JK and River go to the address that Roddy girlfriend gave Roddy. But it's a fake address, obviously. But I think in a smart, I don't know if I've seen this before. Maybe I have. But in a smart move, she gave like her neighbor's address.
So genius of her. Like someone she can observe.
Yeah, which means she can kind of watch it and track if something happens, which I don't think
like
I've actually ever seen happen before.
But they're also not going to go looking at another address when they think that, so it kind of like, why would they look at more than one there,
Exactly. They probably think she just moved out or something, or just gave a fake address. Yeah.
Yeah. It's clever, and I don't think I've seen it happen somewhere before.
I don't think I've seen it happen with non-spies, I guess I would say, because, they're always set staging an address and, watching. But like, I feel like with regular people involved in that, they don't usually take those kind of precautions, Yeah.
So with Lady Di, former MP Peter Judd, who we've not seen since season 3.
I had to Google his name.
Yeah, same. I did actually have to Google his name as well. Hey, because I don't think they mentioned names episode. He returns to provide Diana with some handy information. In his private advisory role, he likes to make it clear he's an advisor. He's been working for so many upstanding people, like including arms companies, dictators. And one of the arms companies lost a crate of weapons that included the assault rifle that was used in the Abbotsfield mass shooting. We also kind of get the crumbs that Diana is considering resignation and is considering the private sector.
Yeah.
I think we might finally get second chair Diana end of this season or the start of next. especially with some of Claude's activities, which we'll discuss in a second. But yeah, I mean, the Diana Judd scene is pretty straightforward. Like I said, anything you guys want to talk about there?
Light, corporate. I don't know what to call it. It's like, hey, I give you this, and you just can look into these things for me. Exactly, just like, hey, I give you a little.
It's more that you think she's one thing and she's something, because she's always doing this in the show and the books. You know, she's kind of taking favors from people. She's playing both sides, really. You know, Judd's not some upstanding guy. You know, he's a real piece of shit, and so she's kind of like playing everyone at their own game, really.
I love where she's like, I will. So she says what they say. Publicly, nothing will happen, but privately, I'll tell the minister. And he's like, it's fine. I can deal with him. I was like, okay, this is just.
I was like, sorry. Power, get power.
What were you going to say, Angel?
I was like, I like that they mentioned that she's been thinking of resigning, because honestly, I've been wondering why she stayed in that role for so long still, especially when we first met her, she was looking to succeed her boss. So it's just like after that, it's just kind of been like, she's just been going. So I'm just like, I'm happy they're bringing back the thoughts of, okay, what are Diana's aspirations now? Like, it's not like she just decided I'm just going to be in MI5 till I die, whatever position they give me, whatever. Because I understand what happened with Claude must have really like pissed her off, because it's like, really? You're going to come put this figurehead while I'm still doing the job, quite frankly.
She's kind of in charge without being in charge, really.
Exactly.
Is Claude first desk or second desk?
He's first desk.
She's second desk. She's second desk. Yeah. So what I meant to say that I think she'll be first desk by the end of this episode, by the end of this season or start of next season.
I'm permanently.
Feels like she's in charge anyway.
She is in charge
because obviously he doesn't necessarily know what he's doing
at all.
But she doesn't have the official title of being in charge.
Which is what like I think she thinks she deserves, and she thinks
exactly, which is what she deserves, quite frankly.
Left.
Literally, after the whole TNA, she deserved that. Like, I just can't believe we just not allowed, but I would have been biting people. Like, what do you mean?
So Claude, last week I mentioned, is Claude competent now?
And now?
He might not be competent, but he's ambushed by a journalist
His running
who works
style
for...
is so funny. It's one of my highlights of the episode.
He's ambushed by a journalist that works for Dodie Gimbal. And we see that Claude has been up to his old silly ways in Copenhagen. Knowing by his track record, this was probably a sex worker that he had in his room. Also, again, another reference to previous seasons. The reporter is like, is it true that you quashed a caution for what's the word? Curb stomping? No, not curb stomping. Whatever, like.
Yeah, he says something like that, doesn't he? Curb.
Yeah, curb. By references picking up sex workers. Yep. So, yeah, Claude hasn't learned from his season 4 escapades. And I think this would be probably the thing that will probably bring him down and get Diana the job.
That he seems in the previous episode to be a bit better at his job, but then as you've said, he's like clearly better at certain things, but the same old flawed when it comes to other things.
I think it could be a good story idea, the fact that he's actually better at his job, but it's just his same follies that bring him down. It's not his lack of being bad at it's not his lack of being good at the job that takes him down. It's just the fact that he just can't be faithful to his wife.
That too, but I also feel like if he was more competent at his job, like more than for Claude level, he would have expected some type of retaliation from Dodie for the way he treated her. I mean...
Yeah, he should have seen it coming. Maybe.
He should have seen that coming. I don't know if it's a man thing too or not, but,
probably.
He should have prepared for that in some way.
Why? Come on, man. You're the head of MI5. Why are you ordering two...
You couldn't get them to smuggle them in under, I don't know, a tunnel or something. Like,
know people are looking at you. Like, why you just like if there was
might well have just placed an order on DoorDash. Like, honestly,
it's like,
or do 2 separate orders for one.
Yeah, it's just
I forgot something. Can I get something else? You know,
it's like know that people are looking for something to like. Imagine if it was a foreign government that got this information. Like, people are looking for things to like blackmail. What are you doing, Claude? What are you doing?
The Danish government would have rub in their hands. Because it happened in Copenhagen.
Yeah. Okay. Shirley's after her fight on the street, she goes to where they're all meeting. And I have in my notes that her quiet ride up the lift is probably one of the best, albeit smallest, character moments we've got on the show. Like, there's just how that lift with the music and her face, you kind of see a lot. I think she also brings out the cocaine in that scene.
She does,
and looks at it.
Which also reminded me that she really didn't take the coke.
She didn't
We're
take
debating if she's taking it or
Yeah.
not.
She's
That
still
that
got
seems
it,
to make
yeah.
me trust her a little bit more.
And
I mean,
she's
we
had a
haven't
rough-
actually seen her
she's
do
had
a
a rough
line,
day
so
because no one's
Yeah.
believed her about Ho, and then
Mhm.
she's constantly paranoid because obviously the guy she jumped on, been beaten up a couple of times, stolen someone's bike, and this is all meant to have happened in the same night, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's all the same.
I'm like, the
So
fact that she
she's
hasn't
gone
made it to
straight
a
from the
hospital.
nightclub to the
to
to
host
Ho's flat.
Yeah.
Yeah. And worn out because she obviously cycled there.
Yeah, she had to bike
Yeah.
after jumping off a balcony, running.
Yeah, all of that.
I mean, she also ate the guy's pizza delivery.
So you're saying she
so I don't-
refueled?
No, I'm just saying, like, I don't know if that makes me trust her more or less. I'm just like,
Less.
it's like it's kind of
I feel
fucked
like
up.
more
kind of-
if it was like, if it was a good pizza, like, it was freshly
Yeah,
made. He
I
was
would
just
have
about
done
to
the same
deliver.
Yeah.
I'd have done the same thing.
Literally.
Yeah. So the entire Slough House team meets up at the restaurant, much to Lamb's frustration. Lamb just wanted Shirley and JK there. He didn't want Standish or River. And I love what he says to River because he gives River a stern talking to in Lamb
Very.
fashion.
I
He
think that's
says,
the actual most parent I've seen him be with River. Like, actually, just this
Mhm.
isn't all giggles and fuck buddies. This is seriously get it together. And I was like, wow.
Yeah. And obviously, it's not necessarily progressive the way he talks about it, but he says what he needs to say. But I love the way he says, "You're no use to me fighting the last war," and I find
line.
that that's just very good writing. I don't
literally
it's just
poetic.
it's I need someone who's ready to fight, who's not giving up. I need someone
or
who's
still
here.
stuck in past battles. You're still going through what
Yeah.
we've done. Things are happening
Oh
right now.
wait, is that what he meant? Oh,
I feel like
wait, is
that's
that
what he was talking about because he's still
When he
rackling
says-
with what happened, with
Yeah, I
his
thought
people.
he meant
Oh.
that he was still internally doing the stuff with his dad and his brothers and
Okay,
everything.
so democracy wins. We'll go with that read because I read it as he's saying that River had said that this is his last war. He's giving up. Whatever happens
well,
here. He's dying
that as well.
in this
That
war.
that could be also a way
I
to
think
say,
it's
honestly.
an element
yeah.
of both, probably. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Either way, he's kind of jaded,
Great writing.
and he's not.
Yeah.
He's not ready. He's not fit.
Yeah. And then, oh God, there's something. When you can write for great characters, several great characters, always really good. Because something happens when they all leave. I think they all walk past River. JK doesn't do anything. Shirley bumps into River, and then Standish puts her hand on him, and it's just three very specific character traits
Yeah.
that all reflect this character so specifically, and also kind of help the show understand the character and understand the storyline. I just thought it was just really good writing and really good performances and everything. Because Standish is angry with him for leaving,
Mhm.
but she's also Standish. She's also going to
She's
be
So
she
she's
knows
nice, yeah.
what people are
Mama
going through
bear.
and things like that.
Mhm.
Too bad she's
Office
going to
mum.
relapse in episode 5.
Why are you saying this? God.
And then I think Jackson has kind of pieced some stuff together, so they go back to Slough House so that Roddy could be taken into custody.
Mhm.
Some things to talk about here. When we'll talk about Diana and River and Lam in a second, but when Roddy's being taken away and he kind of winks at Flight, there is something that the actress does that is she's she wants to have a shower. She feels so dirty.
Defiled.
She's
she feels
why
violated.
is he look why is he looking at me like that? That was so funny. Do you think when Diana mentions to Lam that it was the same gun from the Abbotsfield murder assassination, do you think Lam is genuinely shocked by that? Or does he already know this?
The way Gary plays it makes it seem like he genuinely is shocked, and like
Yeah,
for
that's what I
once,
was
for once she's
thinking.
got one up on him. Like
Yeah,
normally
that's what I thought as
he's the one with the info over her, whereas
Yeah.
here he was the way he plays it. Unless he's like triple bluffing or whatever. It's like,
'Cause, no, I agree
I
with
already
you.
knew it, but yeah, it looks
Yeah, but
genuine.
why is that surprising to him? Because he knows it's the same people. So why is it surprising it's the same
Maybe he
gun?
didn't know it was the same people.
I think
Although
I
they
thought he was
do
surprised genuinely
in.
because I wrote down, why would anyone want to frame Ho? Because I feel like his
I
situation
think
made me think
maybe
like, what?
he was surprised that the organization that the people would be interested in Ho, maybe, or like he was trying to put two and two together.
I think I was suffering from TV watcher brain because I know it's the same people. I thought Lamb knew it was
Everyone
the same
knew.
people.
Yeah.
But there's no. He probably thought that the whole assassination or attempted murder and the Abbotsfield were separate incidents because he doesn't know that the Abbotsfield also had a white van. He doesn't know that, but we know that as TV watchers.
Shirley knows that, I think, doesn't she?
Yeah.
No,
Well,
she just saw a white.
No, I don't think
she just
she does,
saw a white
actually.
van spotting Ho. No one knows that they were the same until this. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
So he
you're
wouldn't
right.
necessarily have known they were related.
They were related. No. So now he just thought maybe Ho was being compromised on a different thing.
Yeah, because like, why would a human girl be hanging out with him?
Yeah, that makes sense. So I was suffering from TV watcher brain. That makes sense. Yeah.
And
so
also,
to explain why he was
when Ho
surprised.
was run over, they wouldn't have necessarily heard about Abbotsfield either, because it had literally
they wouldn't have. Yeah, that was happening.
I mean, at the same time.
Shirley told Jackson after, but like, yeah, Shirley wouldn't have known that. They wouldn't have known that it was happening at the same time. No, you're right.
So I think he maybe just hadn't pieced everything together.
Yeah, they pieced it together. Yeah, so the gun is the kind of the important thing, right?
Yeah, but now they have all the.
Ho hides a box before he's taken into custody, but that has him and his girlfriend's face. Obviously, there's something in there. I'm sure we'll open it at some point.
Do we even need to?
I'm sure we will. So flights whistles at Standish to go upstairs. Like, and I felt so angry on behalf of Standish. Like Flight was like, she whistled at her. I was like, I felt so angry about that. But
that was the most doggish I think she's been.
Yeah. Should we? Any other thoughts? Because I want to talk about the terror plot on its own. But any other thoughts rest of the episode before we go into the terror plot?
I want to mention that one of my highlights for me was when they killed that assailant. Eventually, his friends killed him, and the guy in the glasses was so gagged. He just had his mouth open the whole time. Like, are you really killing him right now? Like, you're really killing him the whole time. Even when they were setting him on fire and everything, just like really, he was just really mouth agape. And I was watching it with like audio description, so it's like man in the spectacles, mouth open. Like, so it killed me with the commentary too, because he literally just like. I'm like, babe, what did you think this was? Like, so it makes me think like, was there some aspect of amateurism here? Because nothing about this whole plot has been giving that recently.
Yeah.
So I'm like, like, what is this?
Or maybe not amateurism, but he didn't actually think it was a kill one of your own.
Like,
kind of
that
situation.
Was that deep, like, you know.
I should shout out Fadi El Said, who is one of the terrorists,
assailants,
because he most recently saw him on season 3 of Gangs of London. But for the purpose of this podcast and what we love on this podcast, he played a very consequential role on season 3 of Industry. So,
got a good agent clearly to go from those 3 shows.
Yeah, 3 very strong British shows. So they clearly know what they're doing. And I love when the spectacled guy, in your word, is trying to stop the guy from killing him. There's a way he says, what are you doing or something? But he shouts it. This is Fadi to the guy in glasses. Like, it's basically like, what did you think we were here for? Like, did you not think that this was what's going to happen? Like, if you try to stop him, you're next kind of situation. So far with this plot, they give something. I couldn't tell what it was, but they give something to a group of kids. I guess now this is part where Chris might have to be a bit quiet because he knows the full plots. But yeah, they give something to a group of kids, and my reading, and Angel, we can talk about this, is that they're doing something to the city's gas supply. So I'm guessing most of the cars in London would have the same effect that happened to that car at the end.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
And the whole petrol is bad that they were announcing
petrol.
as well. I was like, this have something to do with gas, like,
So my thinking is that they are arming a group. So I think these kids are like environmental quote unquote activists.
That's what I was thinking. Terrorists, yeah.
Yeah. So I think the larger
activists.
terrorist
Sorry.
That's an interesting Freudian slip. Is that what you think?
No. Environmental terrorists are Shell and the likes. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Let me just clarify.
Fair. So I think like the larger terror plan is kind of like to arm this niche and like disillusioned groups into creating kind of like little pockets of anarchy that then blow and grow into mass chaos. Because think about it, the first one is an incel who supports the conservative government and doesn't believe in what does this poster say, that you should control women or whatever. And then this one are like environmental activists. So it's like kind of arming these little groups. So to kind of seem not connected. And then obviously if there's this kind of different chaos happening across London, it eventually grows into kind of mass chaos.
Like
that's kind of my reading of
their
plan so far. But yeah, I also think, I don't know, I might be wrong. I might have to go back and look, but I feel like so far 2 episodes in, this is the least amount of time we've spent with the villains 2 episodes in. I might be wrong.
Well, I guess they're scattered throughout this episode, aren't they? Yeah, maybe. I mean, did we see that much of the ones in series 2? Season 2, did we see that much of them?
Well, I guess season 2 was more of a twist, right? So we saw them, but we thought they were normal people, and then the twist is that they're bad. They have like bad guys, right?
Because season 3, we had a lot of Donovan.
We were very in that.
From the start.
Yeah, he's in the whole season, and obviously last
season 4 as well.
It takes a little while before Frank shows up, but we have other people in play, and then Frank's in the second half of the season a lot. So, yeah, maybe.
Yeah. And it's also, I think, at least so far. Well, season 1, 2 was from the jump because we spent time with them at like the comedy store.
We do, yeah.
And then like MI5 has a secret agent with them, and there's the whole card
so I think
game.
they're still in this season, but yeah, I think I'd say obviously we get more time with them.
We haven't had. I think maybe it's because they're trying to piecemeal the plot as well. They're not trying to give too much away, because I feel like in the other seasons it was one thing that spread across so many things. Same thing here as well, but it's kind of like somebody else is pulling the strings behind. Like in those seasons we're directly involved, we knew who was likely pulling the strings. Here it's kind of like we have no idea. It's giving Moriarty
drip feed, I'd say here. But we do get
and even from a casting point of view, I mean, if there's a big casting announcement coming later in the season, don't spoil Chris. But every other season there's been like a guy, like someone that we know as like the main villain. Think of Chopper Dirisu or Hugo Weed, obviously. The Russians in season 2 were kind of like, I guess season 1 didn't really have somebody. But like, it's kind of, this is the one where like, obviously, all due to these actors, they're good actors, but like none of them is kind of like someone that you're like, seem like, this person's on.
It's
the henchman kind of.
It's an interesting shift that there isn't this a marquee like actor or character overseeing it. It's more of like a Splinter Cell.
Exactly, yeah.
Without kind of without like a ringleader, which is actually quite nice to differentiate it from the previous villains, I guess.
Yeah,
gives it more of a unique flavor.
And it also just means that we get to spend more time with these little horses. Which
figuring it out.
Okay, we'll go to the awards unless anyone has anything else about the plots they haven't discussed.
I'm just having a look. No, I think it's good. Oh, I liked Ho's gaming posters. because I've got one of them next to me. He's got the same God of War poster as me.
Oh, I love that.
Also,
what does that say about you?
That he has taste.
Do you want to show the sword? No. Do you want to show us your sword?
And then also he had a Shadow of the Colossus poster on his stairs as well. I was just thinking more the designers, the fact it's accurate, like it. I could totally buy the character of Ho like in those games.
100%.
Ho's a nerd, yes. We knew that already.
We did know that. But I'm sure you don't have a waterbed. I think that's where you draw the line.
Yeah, that was great as well. The whole
interaction
between them in his flat was really fun.
Literally killed me. I was just like, oh my.
A waterbed.
Angel, do you have any other thing you want to discuss before we go to the awards?
No, I think we got it. I mentioned my favorite moment, but yeah, I think that was it.
So, who's your slowest horse this episode?
Okay. As I've mentioned, it is Shirley. I would say Shirley and River because, yes, I understand that. I'd say to some extent also Ho because, like, I'm actually sorry. They can't be trying to kill you this deeply, like, and you're just going about your day being like, my girlfriend. I don't even think his lack of obliviousness, or I don't think his obliviousness to the situation of him being in actual harm is even the problem. Like, people are actually trying to get him, but the fact that he's just willing to not drop the fact that his girlfriend could be involved is just insane to me. Like, I don't know what level of delusion we're chatting at right now, but we come on. I'm just like, please. Oh, but she loves me. She's this. So even him putting the book, because I'm just like, please be so real. You're actually not protecting anything here. Like, just admit it. Just be real. I don't want to believe that he's that childish. That's the best way I can put it, to believe that she actually is interested in him and can't see the direct correlation to his life in jeopardy. I just don't want to believe that. So I'm gonna have to give him slowest horse. Sorry, I tell her. He's my slowest horse.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chris, who's your slowest horse?
I think he gets mine as well because obviously he does fight off the assailants, but that's more because Lamb's already there. Like, Lamb could probably have done that as well. I think just the fact he didn't know the assailant would have followed him because Lamb obviously asked, and there's the whole line he goes, either you're getting worse or your colleagues are getting better. You know, so I think
that's a puzzler.
I think he is pretty poor. But River's not much better because he's kind of away from all the action, just doing his own thing and doesn't really care.
Yeah. I mean, we're unanimous. For me, it's Ho. It's Ho. I think I have obliviousness here in my notes as well. I think the whole girlfriend thing. I think when Lam asked you, have you lost your keys recently? And he goes, yeah, and she found them. And I was like, bro.
Alarm bells.
But also, God. The fact that Flight mentions the fact that Ho writes his name on the food in his fridge, even though he lives alone.
It's like, are you gonna forget whose plate this is? They're all yours.
He's such a character. It's like, who are you writing it
like? Why
for?
Are you like literally? Who needs the note?
But yeah, I do have River as my bonus mention because I think from last week we didn't give him enough stick for leaving his partner.
Yeah, by association, he said is not in the game right now.
Yeah. The Louisa Award for You're Too Good for This Place. Who does it? Chris, I'll start with you.
JK, maybe? Like, he fairly switched on this week, isn't he?
I mean, for JK, yes, he's very switched on.
Yeah.
I mean, it's either him or Lamb for this one, but
Lamb doesn't count.
Yeah, like it's
Lamb
got to
is
be
always good.
It's got to be JK then, I guess.
Angel?
I'm going to have to go with my girl Shirley again because even in her, despite herself, I should say, she's still thinking critically. Like, for example, when she stabbed him and she was giving them the details of, I stabbed this guy, like he's going to look for a hospital. This is what the injury is like. We should be looking for 20s, that. I'm like, this is still a detective at work. You know, she's still trying to follow up. So at the end of the day, you know, she's not that went anywhere because they killed him. But, you know, like at the end of the day, she was still thinking of, you know, what's next? Like, you know, what's next? I don't think anybody else is really thinking of that except her, really, and Lamb. So, yeah.
I had none of them.
Fair.
But then my second pick is if I have to pick, it's Shirley and JK. I think they're the best agents this episode. Like, but I don't know if I can give it to them in good conscience.
None of them did amazing work.
Yeah. Lamb roast. Chris has already said one of mine. This was heavy as opposed to episode 1. This was heavy on the lamb roast.
Yeah, I had a couple.
Yeah, I've got 2 more.
Okay, Angel, let's start with you.
I think both of mine actually where he said to Ho. The first one was when Ho was like, what are you doing here? And he was telling him, like, you know, the situation. I was like, a human woman hanging out with you is worrisome. And I was like, not only is that real, but you just killed me. Okay.
Yeah. The second one
was when they were sitting and eating, right? And someone asked, oh, how's Ho doing? And he looked at him and he's like, physically, yeah, everything else is up for grabs. And I was like, yeah, he's See, you're on your whole game today. And then also, like, by association, what he said to JK about River working out on account of his issues. I said, yeah, that's
I actually
factual.
remember when Ho in the lift was like, he's to Lam, was like, you and I have always had a mutual respect. And Lam is like, what?
What?
Like, it's so funny the way Gary Oldman plays that scene, because he doesn't go too big, but at the same time, you can tell that he's very confused.
Genuine, like, what are you talking about?
What?
Mutual
Chris,
respect.
what are your lamb roasts?
There's the one when they're in the restaurant and he's like, give him a tenner. And it's like, oh, we gave him 20. And he's like, idiot tax.
Idiot tax.
And then the other one was when he's talking to Taverner. He's like, I've got so much dirt on you, I could start an allotment.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So you guys have said all the ones I had. My last one was when I think it was Ho says, I don't get it. And Lam says, we should have that put on a t-shirt for you. And I was like,
yeah, that's a good one as well.
Then this is not really, I don't know. No, I think it's a roast. When, I can't remember her name, the black MI5 agent.
Devin.
Devin? Yes, Devin.
Yeah, Devin.
When she takes the gun and he was like, because she worked at the Met, you must be more used to planting guns than picking them up. I was like, Lam said,
like
ACAB.
he ate that.
Lam said, fuck the police.
Literally, he said we're different. We are spies, okay? Thank you.
And I have one. I have a complimentary Diana dagger that she gave to Judd. When she says, can we get this over with? Something I'm sure you've heard from ladies at this time of the night. And I love her pleasure. I love Kristen Scott Thomas's pleasure at saying the line. Like, she says it that she's like happy at herself that she said that line. She actually laughs to herself.
Yeah.
That's just really good. But yeah, those are all the lamb roast. And I think we've kind of covered the episode quite in depth. I don't think there's anything we've missed. I think now that the terror plot is kind of accelerating, I'm interested to see what's going to happen. And I think I would assume that now it's going to, because we know they're not just going to stay in there and let Ho be interrogated. So I'm sure it's going to be the slow horses against everyone else. Yes, go ahead, Angel.
Thank you so much for seeing the finger. I had one more comment on Diana because of what she said to Judd, but it was when she was talking to Emma and she was basically like, oh, you should get some rest. And Emma was like, oh, I'm going to have to be here all night. And she was like, yeah, you can put your feet up on one of the couches in the corridor. I said...
No, but I think she was like, at first she was like, wait, I don't mean you should go home. Like, I expect you to stay here.
Like, you're supposed to work. I said rest, but put your legs up on the bench. I said, please do not kill me.
Good.
But yeah, it made me giggle.
Yeah, okay. Let's wrap it up there. Be good.
Yes.
Angel, you have the homework of going to watch Task for next week. And then Chris, you're going to catch up on watching next week.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much for listening, guys. Chris, Angel, thank you for coming back. We'll be back for episode 3 next week, the halfway point of the season. Yeah, that's it. Please go.
Thank you for having us.
Go tell people about Slough Horses and then watch it. And we'll see you guys next week with Daniel Kalia. Bye, guys.
Let's go Slough House.
Okay. Very whole of you.
Yeah, I felt like after the episode,